Alrighty then. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to a slightly different form of an ESWAT playthrough. Simply put, I am finding this game particularly annoying, and instead of spending ages and ages and ages continuing to chip away at the same level that I've been struggling with for the last couple of months now, probably cumulatively have put forth a good couple of hours into just these first 1.5 stages, I've decided, now that I've finished the SRB2 character replay, I might as well just do it on stream. This is not going to be a common occurrence. I do plan to stream different games beyond just SRB2 and Dr. Robotnik's Ring Races in various capacities, even as part of these playthroughs, but I plan to do them in later games, newer games than the ones I'm currently playing, as a way to do side quests and all the rest of that, whereas the main playthrough is just the main storyline path. This is a one-off just to get this out of the way. ESWAT's been around, running around my channel for like a month now, nearly 2 months I think, and I just want to get it out of the way, get it finished and done, and I think just getting it over and done with on stream is probably the best way forward. And you can also see for a fact that I am definitely playing the the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics collection. That's how I'm playing all of these old Sega games. So, let us begin, hopefully. It looks like the stream is lagging a little bit, but hopefully not too bad. My preview has just disappeared, but hopefully, yeah. I think that's just the game getting a bit weird. The recordings. Oh wow, it's really dropped the frames. I don't know what's going on there. Fortunately, they don't really bother giving you any sort of explanation as to what's causing your massive thing, but apparently I'm dropping 90% of my frames at the moment, so I don't know what on earth is going on there. CPU's fine. Everything looks fine. I don't know why it's so laggy. What on earth is going on? I don't think my internet's gone. Well, I guess just continue and hope that they fix themselves after a while. What on earth is causing this? This hasn't happened before, so the diagnostics, I don't know where you're supposed to find a sort of diagnosis as to why things are so laggy. Hopefully if we just continue, things pick back up in a moment. We're just gonna have to hope that, to be honest. Because otherwise, who knows? Yeah, okay. Well, pick it back up and see how it goes. Right, so, big thing. The big problem I've got with ESWAT, and the reason I've been struggling so much, is that I, one, don't have all that many lives, and two, I don't actually have that many weapons either. And I also keep forgetting how to play the game because it is, frankly, a bit clunky. So I don't have much health to work with, despite or indeed, any lives. I thought I had less lives than that. Who knows? And I'm walking into a pretty difficult level. I think it might be a case of we're going to have to be quite careful with our lives as we progress, because we can run out of them pretty quickly. Especially on these sections with these damaging floors, your health can disappear very, very quickly if we're not careful. Especially as we pretty much immediately head into a mid-level boss that we can luckily scare away pretty quickly. But the problem is we're not getting any more health anywhere. So we're really quite screwed, seeing as we're having to walk around this fairly difficult stage with 1 HP. Especially a stage with, frankly, not particularly good hitboxes on a lot of the damaging obstacles. It's quite annoying. This section throws you off at the start, but you basically have to jump on these blocks with the downwards arrows and then fly over the ones with red coverings. Eventually, the whole thing will collapse, and you just have to hope you're low enough that you don't get hit by the damaging blocks below you. We are also going to be doing a lot of quick saving as we progress, because I don't want to go and repeat things over and over again. I know from prior experience that stuff like that can happen a lot, and I don't want it to happen a lot on this stream, so that we're just stuck doing the same few sections over and over again, because that can happen very easily on this stage. Again, I'm really hoping that the what's it called? Live stream issues fix themselves after a while, because this is terrible on my end. I don't know whether it's just... I like to think that it's just my stream being a bit weird on my end, but I know for a fact that that's probably not the case. This section's pretty cruel. Trying to get up here without taking damage, pretty much impossible. It is definitely possible, because I've seen people do it before, but how they do it, that's another matter entirely. Oof, there we are. That's how you have to do it. Ooh, just barely got over there before falling away. That's good. That one's also a bit weird with what you have to do. And then this section, just awful. And again, we could just use some of our lives and fully restock our health, but we have so few of those and so far left to go in the game, in a game that doesn't really like giving you extra lives or indeed any points or health at all, that we really do need to maintain them for as long as possible. I think it might have been the super salt that was quite useful here. No, I don't know for certain. Like, I genuinely don't really know what you're supposed to do there. Other than not get hit, of course. But again, easier said than done. That section's also a bit awkward. Like, again, E.SWAT, I was quite looking forward to it in the first two levels, because I actually quite liked those ones. But then it just kinda fell apart at this point onwards. Just completely sat the bed quite a while ago as well. Eventually you just have to do it with enough health that you can just progress forward. And then grab some extra health there. And then of course there's these enemies. At this point, then an auto-scroller with the boss of the level behind you. Except the jetpack works like this. If you go too far, then you just can't boost upwards and you're kind of trapped. Game's pretty terrible in that regard. I don't really get why they thought that that's how the jetpack should work, to be honest. Okay, we're screwed because we didn't actually fire the bullet when I pressed fire button. I also find that it just eats a lot of your inputs in the air. It's not too bad on the ground, but in the air, it just eats inputs like nobody's business. Oh, messed it up again. Oh, got it, got it, got it. Good, 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 good. If we can hit this guy, yep, we'll save now, because that's the most health we've had for a while. And then you can more or less jump down. There's obviously that one guy you need to be cautious of, but for the most part you can just jump. You're technically supposed to be able to get healthier, but again, this section, like a lot of others, barely works. We'll dodge that guy. And then it's only these fully scaled red ones that actually restock your jetpack. Great. Okay, that's a little bit more information, but only just makes the section more difficult. Especially when apparently I don't have any jetpack fuel at all. Great, thanks game. I jumped on the section that's supposed to give you your fuel back. Why didn't it give me any fuel? Okay, that's not your health back. That's just more jetpack refueling. I don't really want to save yet because we've got no health. So if something goes wrong. But then this section's annoying, so you do want to save beforehand. Okay, this is the section that's really thrown me off in the past. And it's part of the reason that I wanted to do this as a stream rather than as an episode, because I can just see the amount of wasted footage where I fail this over and over again. I find that you just kind of have to float here without moving, because if you do move, that throws off your inputs. Yeah, this section's terrible with the floating enemies everywhere. I've tried with all sorts of different weapons. You really do just have to grab the pulse cannon and eventually get good. But again, with some of these Soul Sayer games, you're like, okay, I can see how this is fair. Like, I need to get better at the game. But with this one in particular, a lot of it just feels like the game hardly works. A lot of the time, it's like I can only get so good when I'm playing a game that ultimately doesn't work anyway. And an enemy spawns in here. I want to grab them before they can hit me and reduce my health. We definitely want to save here because that was a really good run of that section on our behalf. This section's going to be terrible though, this long climb. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we won't. It's not actually that bad on a managing your jetpack fuel basis, it's just these enemies are terrible. The flying enemies on their weird hover cars. Just a horrible type of enemy. Hate them. Absolutely despise them. I luckily think they only appear in this level, so it's not like they're a constant thing throughout the entire game, but just terrible on this level. I think maybe we're better off just firing upwards. It really feels like a game that needs the multi-angle shots, like you can fire in 8 different directions, and you just can't. You can only fire directly up or side to side. And in some limited cases, maybe that works. But there are a lot of cases where you're like, I really could do with a bit more freedom here. You know? Like all of this. I can fire directly up, but that's only so good. Oh, messed up, but we can save it. And save that, funnily enough. But it doesn't help us with this next section. Oof. I can't imagine doing this as a kid in the, well, late 80s, I think, is what came out. I don't think it was quite 90s yet. And having to figure out how to do all of this in one go. And we actually had some new weapons there, but not really in a position to go grab them, so they're just going to have to lie there. God, I wish there was a way to regain some health in any way other than just dying. Because dying means restarting this entire section again. And again, like I said, we've got a lot of ground left to cover in E.SWAT, so I don't really want to use another life now, because I don't think in the entire time I've been playing the game I've gained a single extra life, so I don't want to risk using them more than one per level, you know? Because that's only going to make things harder in the future. Oh, damn you! I thought that the platform would have risen up by then. I should specify for anyone watching this that hasn't played E.SWAT what each of the weapons do. I'm currently using the post cannon, which I think works a little bit like the charged beam in Metroid. Or from what I've gathered that the charged beam works like, in that you can effectively charge up a shot and deal extra damage if you land it. That's the end of the auto-scroller, that section there. So we are nearly there. If we can just figure out how to get through that final room, we're there, you know? We're golden. But I don't think it's going to be this run, seeing how badly this is already... Yeah, seeing how badly that already went. And again, I'm sorry if the stream is really laggy for you guys. It is on my end, but I genuinely have no idea how to fix it. It's just barking to me that the bitrate's really low and I'm dropping frames, but then it doesn't bother telling me why the bitrate's really low or why I'm dropping frames. So I don't know whether it's a network issue or whether my computer's just given up or whether it doesn't like streaming this game or what. Whatever the case is, I'd like to fix it, but I don't know how. Well, quick save there, because that's going to make things easier in this room now. Not perfect, but easier. And then we can just fly up here, I guess. And then once we've charged up, this is the most powerful we're going to be in this entire section. We can quick save again, because we're about to go into the boss of Stage 5. We've seen them a couple of times that we've ran around already. It's this guy. Kind of annoying. But you need to like fly around avoiding certain attacks, including it just body slamming you. The problem is you don't always know where it is, and it's only a tiny little bit in the center of the sprite that you can actually hit. So that weird robot eye there. And if it runs into us at any point, we're dead. We just die immediately. So does it really respawn you quickly? Does it spawn you before the auto-scroller? That's evil. That's just that's a horrible place. I'd like to think they'd at least give you a checkpoint there. Wow. That's just a horrible, nasty place to put you back, seeing how long that auto-scroller takes anyway. Right, I think we can get about 3 plasma cannon shots out. Unfortunately, you can't really fire upwards while in the air. You can only shoot side to side, which further limits your ability to do much of anything against this boss. Because again, if it touches you, you die immediately, so you do just have to kinda, over time, figure out where it's going to be at any given moment. I was hoping we could maybe get a shot in as we fell to the ground, but apparently not. 3 plasma cannon shots. Maybe if we really wanted to risk it, we could get a 4th one in. But it'd be risky, so I don't really want to try. Oh yeah, sometimes it fires out missiles that home in on you, but only sometimes, and they only home in on you for so long before giving up sometimes, and then other times they follow you for ages, so it's another thing that's like, why is this how it works? We did get an uncharged shot in as we fell. Did get that extra shot in, that's nice. Great. Being chased by missiles that we can't really make disappear. And we are on the wrong side of the machine. Have to be on the left side so it doesn't swoop in on you, because it moves faster than you can, even with the dashing. Now we're on the left side, we don't really have to worry about it coming towards us. Okay, we did get the hit there before we start firing missiles out. We go all of the way around, so we're on the left side now. I think, yeah, it goes to the ground now. Second round of sitting on the ground. Firing, and there we are. Yes. Yes, like that a lot. Finally. Right, that's stage 4 done, but this stage, stage 5, is even worse. So I am going to quickly save. And then we'll continue. Penetrate secret sewer. This stage is miserable. Just enemy spam galore. Again, I recommend getting your plasma cannon out, because it lets you destroy these turrets immediately. But then there are also these guys running around constantly, and they pretty much are guaranteed to hit you. Sometimes your plasma cannon just doesn't charge up properly, so that's another thing that can get you. Looks like you can actually hit those lights before you reach them, as it turns out. There are also these weird frog enemies that jump up and hit you, but more annoyingly, they seem to sometimes turn you around. So that's also a massive nuisance. There's these turrets that you can't actually hit, except when you jump over them, there are also turrets below you that will hit you when you land. And every time you die, you lose your weapon you're currently using, which, seeing as you have to be using the plasma cannon constantly in this stage, is usually the plasma cannon, which also just happens to be your best weapon for the stage. Horrible stage, just miserable. Hit that just for the extra points, frankly. I've looked at like trying to go up and down and all around. Doesn't really work out all that well. You really do just want to stick on one path and stay there. That's good to hit whatever that was. We are now going to quick save, because this is going to go poorly. And we're going to have the basic shot in case we die, because that will give us the extra health. Oh, okay. Things have not worked out well. There are still the extra enemies with the really annoying turrets above us. There, you can just maybe see them at the bottom. They're like these weird frog enemies. They like bounce up and down, and they're just a massive nuisance. So it's a miracle if we can get through them without dying. Especially when the game will just randomly turn you around and spawn in enemies twice. And then will stop you from going forward with your jetpack that's supposed to let you go forward. Like, look at the number of projectiles on screen. Look at it. It's like you'd have to damage boost in a game specifically designed to not let you damage boost. And apparently YouTube's not even receiving enough video to maintain streaming. Great. I genuinely don't know why it's doing this. I haven't done anything differently to a normal stream outside of using a different setup. Like, different scene, the term is. That's all I've done to change it. I don't know why that suddenly caused the whole thing to collapse so catastrophically. Okay, we're in a good spot. I'm going to quick save. We've got good health. We're not surrounded by enemies. And it's disappeared like that. Such is so often the case. I genuinely don't know what you're supposed to do in this stage. This is the reason. The last stage was annoying, but this was the stage where it's like, I have to stream this. I can't be doing this in an episode. Like, look at this! I don't even know where half the projectiles are coming from, because they're these weird frog things that disappear from the top screen. You can't see them from the top. Like, is that what it wants me to do? To duck up and down? Because then there's these annoying turrets that don't work. You have that entire section. Oh my lord. I hit you, and then you hit me anyway. To clarify, yes, the cannons do appear from top and bottom. The game's designed to piss you off, so you can't really go top or bottom, frankly. It's not really a game that you can go slow in, despite the fact that it kind of mandates you to go slow to tell where half the things are, much less how to deal with them. And then again, you have these immortal turrets that just constantly are firing projectiles at you, and it's like, what do you want me to do, game? What do you want me to do? What are you expecting me to do? Like, on that platform, I can't land on that platform. That's a platform that I cannot land on. Because there's so many guys on it. So I kind of need to be on this bottom section, except if I want to be on this bottom section, I've got to go really slowly to deal with the constant barrage of enemies coming towards us. And there's also these slime things, if they get on you, kill you immediately. Nothing you can do about them. You can't destroy them either, to clarify. I wonder maybe whether you can hit those turrets from below. Maybe that's the idea. Over that. No, you can't destroy them. Index. Great. No, you can't hit them from below either. Wonderful. Like, generally, even with, like, Castlevania, its worst moments, the ones that people really complain about all the time, I could still kind of vaguely tell what the game wanted me to do there. With this section, I genuinely don't know. I don't know what the game intends you to do beyond die repeatedly until eventually slamming your head against a wall. You maybe figure it out? I don't know. The plasma cannon doesn't charge up very consistently. Sometimes it charges up really quickly and sometimes it doesn't. See, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about this. Pigman says, hi. Hello there, Pigman. How are you? I'm having a go at it. Not going to lie, as you can probably tell from the stream. Like, look at that. I can't be on the top or the bottom. Avoided it. Again, there's this goop that you can't do anything about other than not being there when it hits you, except the hitbox is atrocious, so you don't know really where it is. Look at that! And there's still a boss at the end of this, mind you. End of the day, I still gotta deal with a boss come the end of this level. You know what? Maybe it's time to use one of my other techniques. They have something called fire Except the problem is I'm not really in a position where I can use that either, because of the number of stuff and where it is. Like that, genuinely, it doesn't take damage from anything. Like, it makes the damage noise, but then nothing you do actually damages it. So it just mandated damage, I guess? It's not like a lot of other games of this era either, where you can kind of get around stuff with your massive screen nuke. You do not have a screen nuke in this game. You are tanking this. Legitimately, so to speak. Most enemies, of course, dealing more damage to you than they should be. Like the fact that I got hit by one projectile from that cannon, and I took about 4 damage from it. There's, of course, all of the enemies downstairs, so to speak, that's dealing the damage. I don't know what you're supposed to do about these guys. I'm doing pretty good. The stream appears to lag. I don't know if it's me. Oh no, it's definitely the stream. The problem is everything's coming up to tell me that the stream is lagging tremendously, and then is not telling me how to fix the stream. So in the past, I've just kind of let it do this, and eventually it fixes itself, but it doesn't seem to be doing that today, and I don't know what has changed. Like, I'm on 2,400 kilobits a second on my stream output on this thing, and it's just given up. Right, let me look at the stream. 8,000 kilobits a second. That's the same as my other one. So I don't know why it's lagging so much. Maybe if we bump it up to 10,000? But I don't think that's going to fix anything, because I think it's a network issue that nothing else in my apartment is being affected by. It's just affecting OBS and my stream. Everything else is running fine. Like, genuinely, this accent, I don't know what it wants from me. Right, this is one of our abilities. It's fire. It hits everything on screen in that radius that you can see. Okay, it is a full-on screen nuke. Okay, that does change things slightly. We will quick save. And we're going to go and regenerate some of our jetpack, so we can grab that without dying. Good! Oh, but then it regenerates all of these guys as well. Now, those are frogmen, so they're actually fine. I think we're nearly there. I think we are there. I'm not going to save for this one, though, because we can definitely come into this fight better prepared. Alright, this is some sort of big worm. It reminds me of the Corruptor of Worlds from Terraria, or Terraria. Don't really know how it works. Okay, we're not going to grab the missiles then, because apparently that's just going to kill us. I think it might actually be better on our end to stay on the bottom path here. Now look, so as long as we avoid some of these things, it'll actually benefit us. Okay, I am going to quick save for this one. Okay, running immediately into the boss. Super Assault may be better than the plasma cannon. Oh no. Because it's just right below us, I guess. Does it come out the same place each time? Yes, maybe. Definitely came out the same place then. Plasma cannon is definitely best. Never mind. weird triangular attack there from the snake. Makes it a bit difficult to hit it, but okay. Maybe stay in, yep, far to the edge, except no, it actually homes in on you, I guess. There isn't really a boss health bar, you just kind of have to figure it out. Does it repeat the pattern? Yeah. I'm also sorry for like the weirdly flashing water. It didn't do that in the past. I don't know why it's suddenly flashing like it is. You hadn't actually gone into the ground yet. How were you already back out? There it is. Did you actually come out that time? I was thinking maybe that's it, but I'm not sure it is, and it spawned on top of us again because I was in the wrong place. I fell through the floor, please. I think the idea is you need to... No, okay, it's not going to let me drop down. Drop down, please. Thank you. Right. Okay, they didn't get hit. Come on, there were like 2 eyes, 3 eyes there. You can do a lot of damage in that first phase if your character actually bothers attacking the damn thing. Which is not a given, unfortunately. There we are. Now you drop down. There it is. Then it comes out there. Right, one more round. Come on. Come on. Come out. No. Another round of this. Ah, we were close. I don't know why it's not taking damage, and I was looking at the dismal streaming network thing. Don't know why it's done that today. I think maybe we hit stuff there, I'm not sure. I think for some reason way less stuff has been hit this turn than last time. Definitely more eyes still open. Come on, come on. I don't really know where you're supposed to be for that round other than just be lucky and don't get hit. Oh no, you're there, okay. They're surprisingly tricky to follow for a boss that spawns in 3 places in the same pattern each time. I think maybe we got... Oh, we didn't get hit, except I then walked into where he respawned. He comes out so quickly on the... when he loops into the next loop. Like, he's just immediately there. Okay, we've hit some more eyes. Okay, we can't fly, I don't know why they made the burner work like this. I don't know why they made it so that it recharges really quickly and can be used to go up to a certain extent until eventually it just can't. I don't know why they segmented it like that instead of just making it so you can use all of it at once and then burn all of it as well. Like, come on, man. don't think it's really worth using a life to get extra health either, because I think it's just going to get through us that quickly, however much health we have. I think it's just a boss that kills you really quickly if you're in the wrong place. So I think whether we have 5 HP or whether we have full HP, it's just going to just be a case of making do until you get there. And that would have been a great way to dodge if I hadn't ran out of jetpack fuel for some reasons, and I can just sit there like a lummox and watch myself get taken out. Oh, we have no jetpack fuel at all. Get out of the way! Way. We have no way to avoid other than just jumping out of the way. The sewers are bad, but at least they don't demand weird platforming. I mean, they kind of do. Like going up and down and all around. It's not hard platforming, it's just weird platforming trying to figure out where you're going. And to be fair, E.SWAT's not. It's like Shinobi in that the platforming shouldn't be difficult, it's just that the game makes it difficult by not working as you think it should. Like the platforming in this stage should be simple, except it's not. Or playing Shinobi, The Revenge of Shinobi. That's a game that should be simple, but because the double jump works so weirdly, it's actually really hard and it's there. Come on. You need to crouch and then press your jump button to go through the platform, except sometimes it just does a normal jump instead. It's like, that's not really what I wanted. Okay, we hit at least one more eye, but we were in the wrong place. Is the camera like jumping around or something? It feels a bit jumpy on this boss. I definitely hit some eyes there. I had shot go right through the body there and it did nothing. Okay, this is going well. Okay, we hit something there. Okay, we just managed to get away in time. Didn't hit anything that time, and we are out of jetpack fuel, so we're done for the next round. Didn't you fire upwards, game? Why did you fire to the side? Yeah, there's not a huge amount of feedback to know when you've taken damage either. Like, it doesn't... because of the way the health bar looks, you kind of just look like you go from no health to 0 health in seconds. Like, I think I took damage there. I think I saw a health point disappear, but I'm not sure. None of those eyes opened there. What a scam. As soon as it becomes visible on that round, you can't hit them. Because basically the eyes stay open until they get to the other side of their surfacing. So in a situation like that with a triangle attack, they're hittable until they go back down, but because of the way they move, that's pretty much immediately. And then just... like, it's not opening its eyes. What does it want me to do? Oh, why did I take so much damage there? Did I hit something? I don't think I hit anything. Oh, okay, we were closer than I thought. hit some of them. You're not opening your eyes. What do you want me to do? Your eyes are not open. Maybe Super Solid is better. Maybe... I think maybe... different situations, they're better. It depends on whether you can, like, insta-kill. I'm doing that. Okay, it does actually hit them when on that thing. I just thought because the plasma cannons have a higher range... Okay, you're all spawned there. Come on, surface, thank you. Oh, there's one eye! There's one eye! Except it's the one eye that's going to be an absolute nightmare to hit because it's right in the middle of the body. I best bet, yes, it's just to hit it as it surfaces the water. Yes! Got it.
Mission completed.
Eventually. Took a while. But you can see how that would have been an episode right there. 50-minute episode to just sit in there trying to go for the boss fight. It'd be miserable the entire time. Save again. Let's go. 7th mission start. Destroy Tactical Complex. This one looks pretty horrible in the speedruns I'm seeing of the game. But, you know, we'll figure it out as we progress. Oh, health. Thank you, game. Oh, and you've got more of those guys that duck and run at you. Loads of those guys that duck and run at you. And clearly don't hit you, despite the game claiming they do. Okay, there's loads of you. But also, quick save, so we return here. Yay, cool, I wish I knew what an E.SWAT was. I think it's just electronic SWAT. So now you just need to figure out what SWAT actually means. Right, come on, jump down. Really got an inch forward with these guys. Hit them before they actually spawn in properly. Post cannon I think will be better here because the hitbox is larger, so it might hit like these guys. Yes, like that. Where's the guy that's supposed to be there? There you are. Health! Thank you, game. Thank you. What is this? Oh, plasma cannon. Okay, that's not really worth it. I just wanted to make sure that he's not going to drop something great that we really need to grab, but no, he doesn't. Oh yeah, I think this is another one that you get like multiple mini-bosses as you progress. So if I remember correctly, you need to avoid these big screws as they go up and down. Which is, like a lot of things, easier said than done. Well, I say a lot of things, like pretty much everything in this game, easier said than done. Crouch, because apparently that stops some of the enemies from attacking. Oh yeah, these guys, be very careful. Very slowly inch forward. Make sure that they get hit right as they spawn in. Get the rocket launcher there. Post cannon here. Get some distance to... Right, grabbed it there. Enemy spawns in here. Quick save while we're safe, because that guy doesn't hop down and is not worth attacking. Grab some extra health, that's good. Right, the post cannon's definitely the best for this. It's just a case of figuring out the places to be. Because there's going to be a case that you need to fly up and then jump back down. I'm 100% hitting this thing and it's just not counting. I hit those lights like 3 times there and it just didn't count any of them. Okay, game. You do also, I think, get a health increase after every level, which would be great if they actually refilled your health between every level. So as it is, you just get taunted with the idea that you have more health, more so than actually gain anything from your new health. Does every part of the mech damage you? Like, they're not leaving you enough room to squeeze in. What does it want me to do? That was not worth it. It sped up the walk, but now I've gone and burnt all of my jetpack fuel that I need for this fight. Smartest Jackalman moment. Okay, hit 3 of them, but it's these last 2 that are massively frustrating. Okay, they're not even in sight. Hitting things while you're flying's a nightmare in this game. This is like one of the first big action platformers, like after Shinobi. And it does a fairly admirable job of trying to be an action platformer, but there are just these constant flaws throughout there. You're like, this just doesn't work. Like, you could be a good action platformer if you worked as intended, but you don't. So you aren't a good action platformer. Like, I was playing through the first 2 stages and looking at the backlog reviews and being really confused at how much people disliked the game, and it's like, this is fine. It's honestly a pretty good action platformer. Like, it feels snappy, feels all the rest of it. And then I got to this section, I was like, oh no, I get it. No! Come back here! God, why is it so hard to hit anything in the air? Right, try again. There's probably a way you can get around it by, like, not being in the middle to begin with. But say if we start with the top 3, and we got a very lucky hit there. That was not necessarily intentional. I just kind of did it by accident. But we do it without taking any damage, so that's good. And now we head back the way we came. It should open up a new path forward. Do you drop anything? No, still just a plasma cannon. Bit unfortunate, but there we are. If I remember correctly, I think there's like a crusher coming towards you and you have to constantly fire at it to keep it from hitting you. Occasionally turning around to hit guys as well. No, why did you turn around, you stupid man? Okay, and now we turn around to grab a max refill. We come through unscathed. Wonderful. So we're going to quick save because this is the first time in like 5 stages that I've actually had full health in. I want it to remain so. And this is, I think, the first time in the entire game that the wonky hitboxes have actually benefited me and not made things altogether more annoying for me. Jump around behind. I'm not going to quick save yet because I think I could probably do better than I have. Is it a case of hitting, yeah, these, like, turret clamps? It's like Tetris. Breaks through as you progress. I think a red M refills your, yeah, jetpack and not your... Okay, so that's a completely worthless item to go collect. Okay. Just get out of the lasers. Don't get hit. Okay, did get hit that time. So we're not going to save because I want to try and get one where we do even better. Is there anything this side? Yes. Okay, now we'll save. Seeing as we're at full health again. Just save any moment that you're at full health, basically. Alright, that should be both of them falling down now. That's good. Just about avoid the pendulum trap. I can't remember what those things are called. I've never actually seen one in real life. You see them all the time in like office dramas and all the rest of that, but I've never once seen one of those weird pendulum things in the real world. Oh, okay. Got it. Don't go on that one. Don't know what the point of that was. Oh great, another one where you kind of have to... Of course he's just far enough away from the leads that you can't just shoot up and hit them. Ooh, these guys from Neo 3 Mile Island, that was a while ago. Oh. Oh, the turrets that you can't really see. But we once again refill our HP, so I'll take that. And grab a new weapon as well. Well, an old weapon, but we regain the use of the fire ability. That one, again, supposed to be used against bosses. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In any situation like this, it's just horrible. Come on, come closer. Yeah, oh, okay. You're gonna jump down. I see. I see. Break in there, yeah. Oh, fly right the way around. Right, we don't want to go in that teleporter, but we do want to grab the health on the other side. So now we slowly wait for our thing to refill. And then we're going for the teleporter at the top, I believe. Or at least I think that's what I remember from that one speedrun I watched a while back. I'm gonna grab this health. Fly over. Don't hit the yellow thing, that would want to immediately remove that. Oh, okay. We're still in range for it to get hit. Right, and then we need to sit here and wait for the jetpack to refuel. Guys, this is a great action platformer. I feel really in the middle of the action right now. Then, boom, teleport. Oh, okay. Any other enemies like that? Nope, just the one. I'll be honest, this stage is easier than the last few have been. It's just a lot of really tiny little ways to deal like one damage. But it's the first stage in a while to actually give you any sort of health refills, so it evens out to being a nice break. Oh. This is the bit that's going to maybe be a little worse, though. Trying to get through that unscathed. I'm hitting you, why aren't you getting hit? And now we're back here. I hit that turret enemy like a dozen times, I don't know why they didn't take any damage from any of it. But a little bit annoying, to be sure. teleport through. Quick save here, so we don't have to wait for ages again. Be careful about this guy. I guess we can just duck, because apparently that avoids it. Two guys there. Duck for that guy. Shoot that guy as he's coming towards us. We can hit that target. Turn around and hit that guy and just take a little bit of damage. There we go. That's what I wanted to do last time. Except it didn't work for some reason. Nothing worthwhile up there. Right, what's in here? I think this might be the boss. To be honest, it's certainly given me that vibe. Oh, a boss, certainly. But we are quite a bit more powerful than the last time we faced him, so we're still going to get our asses handed to us. What was the secret? I can't remember. Let me think. Okay, we also need to be ducking on this side, I guess. There was a secret to fighting these guys that I learned in the second episode of the series, where we fought them for the first time. They were the boss at the second level. I just can't remember what that secret was. It was a case of like ducking, avoiding one attack, and then you were able to combo them pretty easily. We're actually going to quick save. A single health point is going to change things. Now we're in a situation where pretty much everything deals 2 damage anyway. I'm hitting you and you're not taking the damage. What's wrong with you? Horrendous. So I'm basically screwed now. The fire weapon does wonders again. Why are you following me? Go away. Fire weapon. See, because I was told that none of the sub-weapons do anything to any enemies. Sorry, to any bosses. I was told the bosses were immune to all sub-weapons, but I suppose if they're mini-bosses, maybe they're just considered normal enemies in the level. This is the real mini-boss. That one enemy there. I don't know what their problem is. I don't know what these guys' problem is. None of them are letting me hit them. I'm losing so much health because none of the enemies I'm hitting are actually taking damage. Wonderful. Tsuyu, I know you're there and I still can't hit you before you hit me. Die! Will you take the damage when I'm firing at you? I got so angry there my headphones nearly fell out. Moments like that, I would really like a way to suit up. Of course they hit me. I don't even know, man. Alright, let's try it then. Fire weapon when these two drop down. See if it really does work, because again, I was told that against bosses they do nothing, but if they're mini bosses, maybe that's another matter. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. It was always possible that maybe, you know, weird coding changes really would have made them take that extra damage. Why are none of you taking the damage that I'm from the shots I'm firing at you? It'd be one thing if it was like a single enemy, but all of you are somehow avoiding the attacks I'm sending out. Right. Quick save. I think maybe the super shot will work best here, because you'll be dealing extra damage. With the plasma cannon, it's actually a fairly weak weapon unless you get the charge to shot. Oh, I remember. You need to hit the one guy that jumps around and then focus on that one that just stays in the same place. That was the secret. Okay, well, we didn't do great there, but next time, now we know what we're doing again. This is one that's going to be a nightmare. Just about avoided it. Oh, this is almost a boss with like a pattern to it. I can't believe it. We're in such advanced times. Oh my god. Ran out of jet fuel. Suddenly the boss kind of falls apart. Right, super shot. And then it's a case of hitting the one on the right, because he's the only one that jumps down. You can basically ignore the one on the left until the guy on the right's defeated. Because you can see that he only ever shoots above you, so if you crouch down, it'll take some damage because I've messed up the technique. But quickly enough, like so, he disappears. If the entire body here takes damage... Okay, not the entire body, I guess. Inexplicably, none of it takes damage, I guess. Okay. I don't know what was so different about that attempt, about where we were shooting, but I guess. I think you want to try and jump over the first attack. And then from there, you want to do this whole crouching thing. I'll quick save here. I feel confident quick saving. Changing to the post cannon. Hitting this guy. And sometimes dealing damage. And sometimes being allowed to avoid its attacks, and other times just suck it up. Is it the tiny little red siren things we need to hit? Is that what we're trying to hit? I think that's what we're trying to hit. The tiny little red thing there. Which is why the post cannon works, because it's got the slightly larger hitbox. So as long as we're kind of vaguely jumping, we can get screwed over by weird physics. Wonderful, yes we can. Oh, switch to the post cannon. Which sometimes charges almost instantly and other times doesn't charge up at all. I hate this game. This is why I had to do it on stream, because I cannot imagine doing this in the form of an episode. There we are. Kind of screwed me over there, game, putting me in a position where I immediately had to fly over it, which meant that I had no rocket fuel to get over the jump. You don't have the speed to make it all of the way underneath it if it jumps before you get the burst. So you can sometimes just have to take unavoidable damage, I guess. Miserable. Why aren't you charging cannon? Plasma cannon, please charge up. It'd be tremendously helpful. It'd also be tremendously helpful if you fired in the right direction, because the game has a horrible habit of turning you around during a jump and causing you to fire the wrong way. which has screwed me over constantly. Oh, okay, if you get too near a wall, I guess it just turns around and gets bored. Are we out of the way? Just barely. Okay, I think maybe we found a strat here. Yes, I think we have, sort of. It's not perfect, we sometimes take damage anyway. Okay, well, I don't think it was really meant to be a strat. But typical that as soon as we stop doing it, we immediately take a ton of damage. Because you kind of need to get to the ground. Oh. Please go up when I use the jetpack. Don't just store in the air, please. Maybe the super... Nope, post cannon definitely still works best. Stop turning around for no reason. Because now I'm screwed. I don't know how much health this second phase has. I reckon maybe we might have had it if the game didn't just give up. And indeed if my plasma cannon actually charged up when it was supposed to. Stop doing that! There we are. That's what I meant to do.
Mission completed.
Oh my god. Final level. ESWAT is nearly over after that long. It only took more than a month. Admittedly not playing it constantly, but even so. To be fair, we really could have burnt some lives at this point, but we're at this stage now. Might as well just try and stick. I mean, it works well for us now, because we've got plenty of health and lives to work with in this final encounter. Right, if I remember correctly, this stage is basically just one long elevator ride down, and it's pretty miserable. I think the super shot might be the best here, because it deals the most damage. And I don't think we're really in a position on this stage to hit things until they're in range of a normal projectile anyway, so, you know. Right, these guys, I can already tell, are going to be a nightmare. The drones. Right. Quick save. Oh, maybe the rocket launchers might work. Let's see. Because they kind of act diagonally if we're in the middle of the platform. I reckon they'll go diagonally and hit things before we reach them. Haha! We figured something out here. I'm clever. I can think for myself. I haven't taken any damage yet, that's good. This is maybe where the strategy falls apart just a little bit, but I believe. I believe in the superiority of the strategy I figured out by myself. Didn't need to read a guide for it. Oh. Okay, maybe it doesn't work now that there's loads of things in the air, because the missiles aren't great for hitting lots of stuff. Okay, but at least it'll work for a while. I see, because I can't tell whether the damage I'm taking the damage, or whereas the enemy's taking the damage. I just hear the damage noise and I'm like, okay. Right, and now probably back to normal weapons. I hit you with the post cannon. Yeah, post cannon for that section. But the rocket launcher up until then, I reckon. And the rocket launcher for this one as well, because you can hit this guy early. And it's just the guy by there. And then change the post cannon now. Oh. Bummer. We're taking tons of damage. Now there's loads of drones. I need to get to massing the rockets faster than I am. Because I think you can have 2 out in the level at any given time. That worked out surprisingly well. Okay, that didn't work out surprisingly well. The problem is they also blend in with the background, so you can't tell where anything is, and that was the end of it. Screen turned black, that's a... well, depending on what you're doing, that's a good sign. In these older Genesis games, screen turning black at the end of a final level was a good sign, because that generally means that it's over. Generally means that you are getting into the final boss. You've passed the final stretch. Oh, forgot about you. I think it might also be a case of picking our battles with the drones we decide to attack on that stage, at least. Like with that stage, we can hit everything. On this stage, we can hit everything. So we can save again there. Then on these stages, I think it might be a bit more of a case of, okay, we need to get these guys out of the way because they're dangerous, but everything else is what it is. Okay, jumped a bit too much, so we actually missed some of the missiles there. Oh, don't quick save, quick load. See, because their projectiles can go through walls and stuff. Ours can't, so we're at a bit of a disadvantage. Got through that unscathed somehow. Didn't get through that unscathed, so we're not saving there. Yeah, that's definitely it, though. The problem is their projectiles clip into the platform, so you can't see them. You just know they're firing out projectiles, but you don't actually know where they are, whether they're in their like pores between firing. So I think you really need to be hovering slightly above the platform, really. Oh, messed that up tremendously. Maybe a bit more jumping as we enter the stages so we get the better triangle arc on the rockets. Hit enemies. Or not. Just die. Because the rocket launchers don't bother firing out and they're dropping bombs on us. Definitely hit those two as we drop down, and then it's just so many enemies there. It's like, what do you want me to do? Oh my god, we somehow made it. Quick save. Oh, and they feel they deign us worthy of having a refill of our health when we walk into the final fight. I can't believe it. How generous of them. And finally, some different music to the game as well. At that. Just have to figure out what the best weapon to use is. As they absolutely tear us limb from limb. Down, please. Is post cannon going to be best? It's what he's using against me, so if it's good enough for him, I reckon it's good enough for me. Just need to figure out where he is. I don't think he can hit us when he's moving side to side. I think it is only his actual attacks that deal damage. It is surprisingly generous of any of these older games, to be honest. Oh, but he can hit us from off screen, so there is that. Oh, he did not hit us. We were 100% out of range of that. I think he plays his death animation when we die for some reason. Right, quick load. So I'm on the post cannon back. And at this point, screw you, I don't care anymore. Right, let's try and follow his path. Doesn't seem too hard to follow, assuming it's consistent. Which it might be, I don't know. I don't think it is, never mind. I think he is just randomly changing between them. Predestined points, but not necessarily in the same order. Oh, and of course you can remember we can fire upwards as well. So you can just be on the lower platform than him when we know where he is. And attack that way. I think it's like Shinobi as well, where you can tell he's getting low because his armor will change colour. Why not? Let's use the fire thing. I don't think it'll do anything, because again, from the sounds of it, doesn't do anything against bosses, but can't use it anyway, so might as well. Okay, and he immediately goes into using it himself, I see. Okay, he's hitting us there, okay. The problem is like everything else up until now, the hitboxes are basically everything in the game. It's just complete nonsense. No, go down. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. There he still is. Did he hit me? I think so. See now, there he is. Real cat and mouse game, this. That's definitely, I think, the... We 100% have not... Are we stuck? Because he hasn't hit us, but... Oh. Oh. Oh, for some reason we're out of our suit.
Mission completed.
I don't know what any of that final bit was. Who knows who that was, but apparently we've beaten him now. ESWAT has completed its mission and discovered 2 shocking facts. As the police department badges in the background. I'm going to have to narrate what it looks like as well because of how poorly the stream's done in terms of quality. First, E.Y.E's leader was actually a robot. Secondly, he was trying to duplicate ICE combat suits. Again, really awkward turn of phrase in the modern day. Had he succeeded, the mission to destroy E.Y.E was successful. Once more, the world is safe, at least for now. You're not going to be all that surprised, considering that even at the time it doesn't seem like this was a particularly well-received game, but this never received any sort of sequel. ESWAT came and went, pretty much. I think everyone just kind of took it as like, look, if you want an early action platformer, you play Shinobi. Because as much as I don't like Shinobi, that's, I think, far more competently made than this was. Oh, ironically, they go and show you using the fire thing against the clown enemies in that final, in the credits, only for it to not actually work in-game. How nice of them. Is it really is it false advertising if they show it after you've already found out that it doesn't work? I also don't think he's going to fit in that cart, to be honest. I don't think that's happening. I don't think anyone working on this went on into particularly huge roles. It's not like Yuji Naka, who I found out actually worked on Phantasy Star 2. So that was an interesting thing to find out. I think everyone who worked on this, were pretty standard Sega developers. I don't think any of them ended up being like a Yu Suzuki or a Yuji Naka or a Naoto Oshima or anything like that. Ones people have heard of. Alright, there we are in a police car. I'm assuming that might be the second player ESWAT, because I don't think this game has multiplayer, but the original arcade release did, so I reckon that's probably the black-haired guy. But yeah, there's ESWAT, thank goodness. It's over. I can move on to, I say move on to something else. I don't know whether I'll finish Phantasy Star 2 and then start something else, or whether I'll do what I'm doing at the moment and kind of juggle between 2 games. But ESWAT, at the very least, is over. Finally. I'm glad it is. Does mean I probably have to go on to the Revenge of Shinobi, which I hate for similar but different reasons. Another action platformer. This was specifically inspired by Shinobi. I think I'm going to have to go and play that next. Not that I don't think I'm going to enjoy it much, but it's another one of these games over. We're moving on to another game. Another Sega game. Continuing on our march to complete playthroughs. I don't really know what else to add, other than thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the terrible stream quality. I genuinely don't know what happened today. I don't know why apparently 90% of all of the frames that OBS outputted were apparently skipped. I don't know why my bitrate was catastrophically low for some reason. I don't know what it is about the settings I've got, because they are identical to my usual settings. I don't think it's anything to do with the game, because apparently my CPU is perfectly fine, even compared to SRB2 or Ring Racers or anything. I mean, sometimes it, pops up with a little warning message in other games, but this is the first time that's just been there the entire time. So I genuinely don't know what the problem was, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully it's a one-time thing. My network gave up or something. But yeah, for now, I hope you enjoy the stream. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next time, but for now, ciao.